Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we're looking at Slugfest Games board game High Noon Saloon. 2 to 6 players, simulating shootouts, 30 to 60 minutes, ages 10 and up. The components are 98 card Saloon Deck, 18 card load deck, 8 character cards, 8 character pawns, 6 player mats, 6 grit markers, 3 plus 10 grit markers, 14 bullet markers, map of the saloon, rule book, 6 rule summary cards. So there's a lot here. Let's see what's inside. This one averages about 15 bucks at most places. You can find it cheaper online though. I found mine quite a bit cheaper. Usually it goes on sale. And you may even be able to find it significantly cheaper if you look hard. But let's take a look inside of here and see what Slugfest Games has for us. When did this come out? It's a mystery. We'll open it up, see if it's in the rulebook. Oh, 2011 it looks like, according to copyright. The box is actually a pretty decent box. Alright, let's see what we got here. A little fold-out thing of some kind. Oh, alright. Just this tiny little map thingy. Here's our rules book. Oh, that's kind of thick actually. Alright, so it looks like there's about 14 pages of rules. This is actually a fairly complex looking game. Let's see what we got here. We've got the Saloon Deck, which has weapon cards, attack enhancement cards, block cards, reload cards, different player spaces, them's fighting words for the setup round, weapons phase, jump phase, fighting phase, blocking, additional rules for grit, dropping weapons, split attacks. Alright, so it looks pretty in depth. If you're looking for a fight, you've come to the right place. Alright, so let's put that aside. Let's see what we got here. Oh, these are the rules summary sheets. Why these aren't on cards instead, you're wondering. It's because there's so many things on here that they couldn't bother to put it two-sided. So this probably could have been shrank down onto like a 3x5 standard playing card. I think that would have been better. These are not that thick actually. They're kind of cheap. So let's get those out of the way. Alright, here we've got some tokens. So we've got some heart tokens, plus 10 tokens. There's different characters, and a bunch of bullets. Alright, these aren't quite as thick as most games would produce, honestly. They're a little bit thinner. The board's a little flexible, as you might be able to tell. I don't want to do that too much because these will pop out, but it'd be fairly easy to bend these. So it's a little on the low end side there. These are your character cards. These are real thin. Like, these should be on cardstock. This is real thin cardstock, like what you'd get in if you bought a folded dress shirt. It's not much thicker than that. So this, yep, they're all here, 6 of them. It's got your grit markers, character, fist, holster. Pretty straightforward. Nothing too impressive there. Alright, and then the plastic things just got these cards. It is in like a little organizer, which is, it's okay. It looks low end. It's that slimy, thick vinyl that's going to get real brittle real fast. Nothing hiding underneath. So yeah, I don't know about that, but let's look at our cards here. Alright, the game board is pretty nice actually. This isn't too bad. I'll give them a little bit of credit on that one too. It's kind of hard to screw these up, honestly. It's just folded cardboard, but the top layer is okay. Really nothing protecting it from the elements, so watch your drinks around this one. It's not really coated or anything. It's just like a piece of paper glued on top, but it's not bad. Keep an eye on it, it'll be okay. So, let's look at our cards. Alright, so let's start with the character cards here. As usual, plastic hates me, so give me 1 second to fight with these. There we go. So our first character here is Lisa Barnstock, crack shot. Whenever you make a gun attack, +1 bullet, +1. +2 bullets equals +2. Add one to the value of cards you reveal from the load deck. Now the back is just a picture of the character, so you can kind of keep this stuff secret. Then there's the man with no name, the mysterious stranger. During your jump phase, you may jump to any cover as long as there is room. This still gives you restricted movement. If you jump from the upstairs balcony to anywhere other than no cover, you do not receive the +2 melee attack bonus. Then we have Wea, Cherokee Wanderer. During your hunkering down phase, if you have restricted movement and you wish to move, you may move to any cover you have not already occupied this turn. There's lots of weird spaces in between some of the words, which tells me this was made probably in China. It's either that or they didn't have an editor. We got Margaret Stern, school marm. Why she's in a shootout, we don't know. Whenever you are attacked and choose not to block, you may make a melee counterattack. You must be in a cover from which you could normally make a melee attack against the target. We got Nathan Yancey, the kid. If you have no guns equipped, +1 to your melee attacks. At the end of your turn, if you have no guns equipped, draw a card from the Saloon Deck and add it to your hand. Annabelle Gray, Southern Belle, with a gun. Dun dun dun. You start the game with 9 cards instead of 7. During your scavenging phase, draw 9 cards instead of 7. Then we have James Masterson, Gentleman Gunslinger. Whenever you put a gun in your fist or holster, it becomes fully loaded. Do not draw a load card. You may keep any gun in your holster. During your weapon phase, you may discard a reload card to draw 2 cards from the Saloon Deck and add them to your hand. You may repeat this action as many times as you are able during a weapon phase. Then we have Ben Hackson, trick shot expert. Whenever an attack you make does damage, that's a weirdly structured sentence. Whenever an attack you make does damage, set aside a number of cards from the Saloon Deck equal to the number of attack enhancement cards played on your attack, including cards played by your teammates. Do not look at these cards. Place them face down on the table. After all attacks and counterattacks have resolved, add these cards to your hand. He's got a big old knife, yet he's a trick shot expert. That makes no sense. Alright, so let's get these cards out of the way. Let's see what we got here. We got the load deck. Let's look at that next. Open. Why are you embarrassing me in front of my friends? Alright, so these cards are a little smaller, as you can see from these. Size-wise, they're slightly smaller. Alright, so load deck. Let's see what we got here. Fully loaded. We've got 6 bullets. 6 bullets. 5 bullets. 5 bullets. 4 bullets. 4 bullets. 4 bullets. 3 bullets. 3 bullets. 3 bullets. 3 bullets. 3 bullets. 3 bullets, 2 bullets, 2 bullets, 2 bullets, and 1 measly bullet. You only get 1 of that card, so don't lose it. Alright, so that's the load deck. Not a lot going on there, but, you know, here we are. Next we have the Saloon Deck. This game's a little bit more complicated than I expected, honestly. I didn't think there would be this much to it. I thought it would be a fairly simple shoot 'em up type game. And it does appear to be fairly simple, but there's a little bit more depth to it than I would have expected. Alright, so our Saloon Deck is quite large. So let's see what we got here. We've got Cover Fire. You play this card any time an attack is declared against one of your teammates to give that player extra defense. If this card is negated, do not spend the bullets. So you can sacrifice bullets to get a bonus, and it's fairly expensive, actually. Another Cover Fire. Another Cover Fire. Another Cover Fire. We got Chuck It. Play this card at any time. Give an equipped weapon to a teammate, or take an equipped weapon from a teammate. Whoever receives the weapon must put directly into their fist or holster. Then we've got another Chuck It. Third Chuck It. A fourth Chuck It. Your friends can't help you now. Play this card at any time. Negate the effects of a team card, or negate the effects of an attack enhancement card added by an attacking player's teammate. Your second card, third card, fourth card. Why don't you fight me instead? You may play this card at any time an attack is directed against one of your teammates. You are now the target of the attack, even if cover would not normally allow it. You may play additional cards as if you had been the original target. Second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, a sixth one. Heap of bullets. Fully reload one of your equipped guns. Bandolier. Add 3 bullets to one of your equipped guns. There's another Bandolier. Digging around in my pockets. Draw a load card. Add that many bullets to one of your equipped guns. Second digging around. Third digging around. Bottle of bourbon. Drop the bottle of bourbon when used. If the bottle of bourbon is in your fist, you may drop it during one of your weapon phases to take a swig of bourbon, regain 2 grit. It's got melee of 3. There's a second bottle. Red hot fire poker. Melee 3. If a red hot fire poker is in your fist, you may drop it during one of your weapon phases to cauterize your wounds, regain 1 grit. Another fire poker. I'm calling you out. This attack may target any player on the board. You and the targeted player move to no cover before determining defense or damage. If it is your turn, you have restricted movement. You may not play this card on a teammate's attack. Another calling you out. Third one. Fourth one. Fifth one. A sixth one. Keeping my guard up. Defense of 3. Taking it on my chin. Take the full damage of the attack. Ignore your cover defense. You may make a counter attack. Add +2 to the counter attack. That the best you got. Defense 4. Now you done made me mad. You may make a counter attack. Defense 2. Another one. Out the window. +3. If this attack causes damage, remove the target's pawn from the board after the attack, and any counterattacks are resolved. The target cannot be attacked until their next turn. At the beginning of their next turn, they start in no cover. This does not give them restricted movement. Taking y'all on. This attack hits 2 targets or +2. Twisting your wrist. If this, it's a +1. If this attack causes damage, the target must drop the weapon in their fist. Another twist in your wrist. Forceful, +1. Another forceful. Mighty, +2. Mighty, +2. Fierce, +2. Another fierce. Strong, +1. +1. Powerful, +1. +1. I'll live, but you might not. You may make a counterattack. Defense 1. Stove door under my poncho, 4. That's a Clint Eastwood reference if you don't know. Good book in my pocket. Defense 2. This ain't your day. You may make a counterattack, 2. Dive in for the floor. Drop the weapon in your fist if you have one. 3 defense. Just wing me. Reduce the damage of the attack to 2. Ignore your cover defenses. Lightning draw, +1. This attack may be blocked but not counterattacked. I got the drop on ya. This attack ignores cover defense. If the target is not receiving defense from cover, +1. Another I got the drop on ya. Trick shot, +1. If this attack causes damage, the target must drop the weapon in their fist. Another trick shot. Fancy shooting. You may not play this card on a teammate's attack. One bullet is a +1, 2 bullets is a +3. Another fancy shooting. Another fancy shooting. Bullseye, +1. Bullseye, +1. Taste hot lead varmint, +2. Swinging on the chandelier, +2. Move to no cover. This attack ignores cover defense. This attack may target up to 3 additional players, plus bullet for each additional target. If it's your turn, you have restricted movement. Cast iron skillet, melee 3. Drop to use as a +4 block against gun attack. If you do, you cannot play a block card. Another cast iron skillet. Chair, 5. Drop the chair when used. Not a very good chair. There's a second chair. Hunk of wood. If the hunk of wood causes damage, you may drop it to force the target to drop the weapon in their fist. It's got a 3, so that's not bad. Another hunk of wood. Bullwhip, 3. You may attack players in any cover. Attacks from the bullwhip may be blocked but not counterattacked. Another bullwhip. Tomahawk, 3. Or drop to make a 4-gun attack which cannot be affected by attack enhancement cards or cover defense. So you could throw it away for 4. That's actually okay, I guess. There's another one. Bowie knife, 4. Or drop to make a 3-gun attack which cannot be affected by attack enhancement cards or cover defense. Another Bowie knife. Derringer. If attacking a target in your own cover, 3 or 1, I don't know what that means. In the jump phase, immediately before you make a gun attack with the Derringer, you may move to the same cover as your target, even if it's full. This gives you restricted movement. In the hunkering down phase, if there are more players in your cover than it normally could hold, you must move. There's another Derringer. Then we've got a repeating rifle. 1 bullet is 1, 2 bullets is 3, 3 bullets is 4. Melee of 2. Another repeating rifle. Another repeating rifle. That's a popular one. Double-barreled shotgun. 1 bullet is 2 damage. 2 bullets is 4. And 2 bullets is 2 to 2 targets. Melee of 2. It's only got 2 shots though. There's another double-barreled shotgun. Another one. Peacemaker. 1 bullet is 3 damage. 6 shots. Melee of 2. Second Peacemaker. Third Peacemaker. Fourth one. 6 shooter. 1 bullet is 1, 2 bullets is 1, 2 bullets is 1 damage to 2 targets. So I don't know about that. Melee of 2, 6 bullets. Second and a third one. So that's all the cards. Not a huge selection of weaponry, but for what it is, you don't really need it. The game seems okay. There's a lot of cards here and no dice or anything like that, so it's all heavily based on what cards you're playing. Problem I think is that the cards are a little flimsy. They're not real thick. The gloss on them is kind of cheap, so if you don't store them in an appropriate setting, they will probably all stick together in one big hunk. And they will probably all get destroyed anyway, because they will all get torn up by then. So you got to be careful with them. I don't think they're terribly well constructed, but the game looks actually surprisingly in-depth and fun. But that is what is inside, and that is the point of the show. So that'll do it for this episode. That is High Noon Saloon by Slugfest Games. And that'll do it for this episode. As always, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you on the next episode of What's Inside.